the expertise that made you successful in the last role will not be the expertise or the leadership capacity that will make you successful in the new role. This is the promotion paradox. In your last role, you might have been very successful leading an operation, teaching a course, leading a committee, solving problems, and you might have done so again and again and again with a lot of credibility and a lot of praise. You might have even taken on some identity around these skills and capacities. It's very normal, it's very human, and it's hard to let go of. The skills and capacity that got us this role won't be what makes us successful in this role. Letting go of the old skills, embracing the discomfort of learning something new, this is the challenge leaders have to embrace. One of the challenges of moving up in our leadership role is we have to let go of the things we've been successful at. Now, that can be really difficult. Letting go of the things that we're not very good at, or we got in trouble for, or we've had difficulty with, that's pretty easy. We're pretty eager to do that. But letting go of the skills and capacities that we've thrived on, been successful, and been praised for, and maybe even got this job can be really challenging. When we aren't able to let go of those skills, we end up stepping on the toes of people who now have that responsibility. We end up micromanaging, getting involved and stepping in rather than delegating, leading, and developing the capacity of folks who are now in that role. At the same time, we end up abdicating the responsibility that now is our responsibility. So we get drawn into the old role, micromanaging and stepping on toes, and we're abdicating the responsibility of this leadership level because it's new, it's uncomfortable, and we're unsure of ourselves. I've seen former directors of conduct get involved in each and every significant conduct case rather than empowering and equipping their associate dean to take on those responsibilities. We have to let go and embrace things we aren't good at yet. When humans are uncertain, we retreat to what we're most familiar with, and leaders are human too. Not only do we need to let go of what we're very good at, we need to embrace this uncomfortable place of learning a new leadership capacity that we're not quite good at yet. And giving up something we are good at and embracing something that we're not yet can be really confusing, particularly when we're under pressure. We might feel we're under the microscope of other people watching and observing us. We might ourselves wonder, am I capable? Am I the right fit? Was I the right choice? That kind of sabotage that we do to ourselves through our inner critic, or what many call the imposter syndrome, that leaves a lot of pressure. And when we're under pressure to let go of what we're good at, embracing something new can be really, really challenging. Of course, there's the messy reality. It'd be very nice if we could cleanly say, in the last role, we were good at this and we need to let that go. And in the new role, now we're being asked to do this and we need to step into that space. And that is true, and it's more messy. When I talk with AVPs and deans over the past month, one of the things I hear them say is, yes, I need to let go of the operational leadership and I need to embrace this new level of strategic leadership. And at the same time, I supervise 6 directors and 2 of them aren't in their roles anymore. And so I need to step into those operational leadership roles for the time being. When we do this, we can go back to those old skills. We need to step in. We need to remember that it's temporary, even if it's not as temporary as it's supposed to be, as it should be, or as it's designed to be. Also, we might be led by someone above us who used to have our job and wants to go back to it because it's what they used to be good at, what got them the promotion. So we have to navigate the complexities there. We might also have a leader who's uncomfortable with the role they're supposed to be playing. They're not quite good at it yet either, and so they might delegate that out to somebody else. And so you might be trying to play your role, being pulled into other roles out of need and necessity, and being asked to step into a role that is someone else's responsibility. Navigating the messy reality of this is what exceptional leaders can do with nuance, with tact, and with strategy. A couple questions for reflection. What capacities are really required of this role at this level? That's different from our preferences or what we're good at or what we're familiar with. What is required of the person in this role? Sometimes it can help disassociate it from what's required of me versus what's required of the role. Which of these roles and responsibilities feel familiar and which feel unfamiliar, which feel comfortable and which feel uncomfortable? Where might I be over functioning and what might I need to let go of? As leaders move up and ascend to new roles, this challenge is very common. Recognizing what got us here and we need to let go of is really difficult. Embracing a new skill that we've never been asked to do, don't have years of experience or decades of experience, and aren't comfortable in yet is a really challenging thing to ask of people, especially where they're under pressure, under the microscope, and the stakes feel higher than they've ever been. But this is what we ask of leaders to evolve into these new roles. In our Evolve Ascent program, we're really working with the AVP and deans who are moving beyond the operational role of director and executive director and trying to fulfill this strategic leadership role, while also having to step into some operational roles from time to time when there's a need, when there's a crisis, when there's a problem, or when there's an open director role that they need to step into. Helping these leaders navigate all of this complexity is what we're talking about in Evolve, what we're navigating through, and particularly what we're focused on in Ascend. If this feels like something that would be of interest to you and help you evolve in your leadership, we'd love to talk with you. Let's connect soon.